Oh my god, I'm recording. Yo, YouTube, I'm back with another video. Yeah, reaction getting crazy. And we got Venom in the house. Boyfriend realizes his girlfriend is a murderer.
Hold on, chat. Man horrified after learning girlfriend's evil secret. After learning girlfriend's evil secret, everybody spam hi YouTube. That means he didn't know what was going on, chat. So let's go ahead and put it in full screen. Everybody spam hi YouTube. You know the drill. We got the beautiful view behind us. We got the beautiful troop in the chat. Representando. We here. Let's do it.
Hey, so Colin, is that the first name? Yes. Hey, so do you know Anna? Last name is Wilson.
Anna.
Oh yes, I do. So there's really
Anna's body.
So apparently last night she passed away.
This is Colin Strickland, and he was just told that his ex-girlfriend, Anna Wilson, was brutally murdered only hours ago.
Yo, why is he talking like that? He's sneaking a recording video? Yo, this is Anna. And this was before, they had...
What the? Oh!
Gunshot, okay. She got the blicky.
My friend is staying with me, and I just walked in, and she's laying on the bathroom floor, and there's blood everywhere.
My man got the blicky. Bah, bah, bah.
What the?
Do I stop? I don't know what happened. I just walked in on her.
What the?
When cops first arrived at this
What the
night,
is happening,
they
chat?
suspected a robbery gone wrong. But a series of damning clues found at the crime scene quickly pointed to not just a meticulously planned murder, but a deadly love triangle.
Whoa.
And a killer that was closer to home.
Something in the
than
movies you
anyone
would see, team.
expected.
Chat.
Wait.
Something in the movies you would see.
Whoa!
What?
They're asking the is heavy. No. Oh, it's heavy, bro.
On May 11th, 2022, police were called to an address after a woman made this
It
disturbing
is
911 call.
heavy.
What's the
Heavy.
emergency?
It's 1708 Maple Avenue.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
My friend is staying with me, and I just walked in, and she's laying on the bathroom floor, and there's blood everywhere, and I don't know what happened.
Is she awake?
She's not awake. There's blood all over her face and all on the back of her head.
Is she breathing?
No, she's not
Okay.
breathing.
I've got the paramedics on the way to help you. Stay on the line, Caitlin.
That caller was Caitlin Cash, and she'd arrived home to find her friend, Mariah Wilson, clinging to life after being shot.
Austin Police.
Okay, I'm gonna assume the girl that called the cops shot her and then called the cops. No good.
Okay.
Do I stop? I don't know what happened. I just walked in on her.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, I mean, of course I could be wrong, right? But oh my God, this is insane.
I mean, it does say boyfriend realizing his girlfriend is a murderer, so it does make sense that she kills and calls and pretends that she didn't. Unless that's not the girlfriend and someone else is.
Has anybody in the chat ever been a part of a love triangle though? Like that sounds nuts, low key, chat. That's fake nuts. Mother Earth said, yeah, but not a deadly one. I mean, hopefully it's never deadly, but you know, like you like a girl or you know what I'm saying, you like a boy or whatever, and then maybe somebody else you know also like that person. It's like, bro, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Very heavy.
Shit, I'm saying.
Nobody
a shock? You don't know how long she's been down? No. And that's it.
Somebody said, what?
Yeah. Oh, we got CSF in there.
What does CSF
After
mean?
assessing the situation, officers noticed cerebrospinal fluid,
Oh,
or
cerebral-
CSF for short, oozing onto the floor. This fluid surrounds the brain, meaning the bullets had actually pierced her skull and killed her instantly. This meant there was no saving her, no matter what anyone did. But officers could still bring her killer to justice, which is why they need answers right now. Answers that only Cash can give, as she is the only witness that officers currently have.
Do you know if he's talking to anyone or any friends? I know you say you don't live here.
Yeah, no, she was with my friend Colin. Yeah,
What was last name?
Colin Strickland.
Colin Strickland?
Strickland, yeah. Yeah, they went swimming.
Okay.
Did you see a gun or anything like that in there when you were
Damn. Head tap chat? Head tap is nuts.
Colin? You said Colin Strickland? Strickland? Okay.
Yeah.
And you know where Colin
Is
Strickland
Colin her
is?
boyfriend?
I have his phone number. I can call him. Or I can give you his phone number. Get that information from you.
Fake
You
tears.
said, so she went swimming with Colin Strickland? What?
Swimming. I left to go have dinner with my friends, and then I came back. And this is my house. Mr. Hunt's in my house. She's staying with me.
Right now, police are a bit disoriented as to what exactly went down just hours earlier, but they would soon run into some
Checking for
evidence that would
GSR?
change everything.
Wait, does GSR work every time though? Like, that might be, I don't know, bro.
Thing worth noting is that situations like these can be extremely traumatizing for those involved, but that's also the case for people watching these types of videos, just like you at home. If you've ever felt you need
What the was yo, what the
help with mental health, you should know there are always people you can reach out to. That's why I'd like to thank BetterHelp, the sponsor
it's
of
an
today's
ad.
video. I've partnered with them to provide you with an easy and simple solution to therapy. Therapy has helped me overcome my anxiety, manage my stress.
Nah, W therapy ad. I ain't gonna lie, W, you know what I'm saying? Skip it. Oh, you know I'm a mental health advocate. I mean, I didn't get paid by BetterHelp, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that's not a bad idea.
Let's get back to the video.
W Busket, word, W Busket.
When I left here at 5:30.
You're my therapy.
You and him are friends.
Yeah, bro.
Well, no, what Harry drives. Is
Yeah, I'm my therapy too sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
He lives in South Austin.
Does she have like a license or wallet up there at all? You know?
I mean, she should, yeah.
She said she's from San Francisco.
Well, she's from Vermont, but she's living in San Francisco.
So she came to visit you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, she's here for a bike race this weekend.
Okay. Did her and Collins have an argument at all? Do you know?
I don't have any idea.
You don't know-
The
you know-
only thing I know is she said I'm meeting him to go swimming.
Okay. All right. And what time was that?
5.
5 p.m. today.
Yo, imagine
Yeah,
this
I mean, I
chat. Imagine it's her though. Like she thought this through, bro.
What,
If it is her.
when was the last time you saw her? Was that
It
you
should
saw
be her.
You
I
had eyes.
left for dinner at
Because it says girlfriend's murder.
5:30.
So you left dinner at 5:30. What time did you come back?
Right.
You think it
2
is
minutes
chat?
before I called 911.
Okay, so
No.
According to
I don't
Cash,
know.
Mariah had been with Colin, her ex-boyfriend, all day
Her
and was
ex.
home only a few minutes before she was found dead. This made Colin a major person of interest that the cops would interview later on. But for now, there are more pressing matters. It turns out Mariah was in town for a bike race and had brought along with her
Her bike costs $14,000. Damn! That's a car.
a $14,000 racing bike, which could have been a
Bikes
massive
are
target
expensive.
for someone. And
Bikes
as the
are
cops would
expensive
soon find
nowadays.
out, that bike was missing. It
Crazy.
quickly became a possibility that someone could have been waiting for Mariah to be home alone and attempted to rob the bike, only for Mariah to resist and end up getting killed.
But getting
This
clapped
being
for
their
a bike
only
is
lead,
nuts.
officers needed to trace down where this bike went, as it could take them straight to the murderer.
So that's her bike cover, yeah.
Probably there.
Bro, getting clapped for a bike is insane.
So if you right to right through this first unit right here, this is her and these are her landlords. So this is
So this bike covering the
big, yeah.
Where would her bike be at?
Where would she keep her bike? I mean, it would be right inside the door. Yeah.
Is her bike's inside the door? Is there a bike?
Damn, son.
Anywhere? You see a bike? She said she would put it right by the door. No bike. That's negative, jokes.
With no trace of the bike in the house, officers decided to begin searching the woods nearby when they made a discovery that showed them they were on the wrong track completely, leaving them with absolutely zero leads.
Hey, come here. Somebody might be in here. This might be the bike, okay? But hold on. Somebody might be in here.
I mean, the bike was found. I saw the picture.
It's getting heavy. It's definitely getting heavy.
All right, over there.
I mean,
Airport 32, I located the bike.
the bike
Since
is
the
there.
bike was dumped nearby, officers suspected that this was placed as a red herring for them to chase. Officers are being tricked, and if the killer is smart enough to trick officers, they're also smart enough to begin covering up their tracks. This is why the officers swiftly move to gather evidence from the scene, the most important of which are the shell casings from the bullets used.
There's one right there.
You said right there. Where?
There's one right there.
Bro, what? Turn on the lights.
Those bullet shells will help cops identify the gun used. Now they just had to find that gun and the shooter, who officers initially believed could have been Cash. It is for this reason that officers bring Cash back to the police station in order to conduct a crucial test to confirm whether she's innocent or not.
So, let me tell you this up front. By no means in the world do I think that you did any of this. Okay? But so what they're gonna do, we're just gonna have them swab your hands for gunshot residue.
GSR.
If we don't do this to you, then in court they can say, oh, what about this other person? Why didn't you do this part of the investigation?
A GSR, or gunshot residue swab test of Cash's hands
Was that
presented
my
a negative
Twitch?
result. Considering that Mariah was in a very narrow space of the home, officers concluded that Caitlin could not have been the one to murder her. Fortunately, though, Cash did provide an important piece of information. The last person in contact with Mariah was Colin Strickland.
Nah, it's heavy.
My Twitch tickled. But
It's heavy.
tickled.
Chat. If she didn't do it, and they already concluded that she didn't do it, it's heavy. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Digging deeper into this, cops discovered that the two were having drinks at a nearby cafe and had never suspected that this would be the last time that they saw each other. This is why Colin was an important lead who could give officers valuable insight about the events leading up to the murder. But before police went in to interview Colin, they noticed some houses in the neighborhood had CCTV cameras installed, which could possibly help reveal the killer's identity. When investigators watched the footage back, they found something very interesting.
Who car is that?
8:26 p.m. Okay.
8:26 p.m. Who the f is that?
CCTV footage revealed this black Jeep driving directly towards Cash's home where Mariah was staying that night. The moment it arrived, Ring cameras caught this gut-wrenching audio.
8:37. 8:45. Oh.
And immediately after the shooting,
The car.
the killer escaped.
Oh.
Although this was a massive breakthrough,
There was
there
someone.
one glaring issue. Officers had no way of identifying the driver. After all, the cameras were too grainy and the vehicle was too far away for officers to get a shot of the driver or run the plates. However, only a few days later, they come across something incredibly interesting when going to question Colin Strickland, Mariah's ex-boyfriend.
What's that on the right? What's that? Chat, what's this right here? Chat, hold on, chat. What is this? Right, what vehicle is this right here, chat? What is this? It's getting heavy.
This one? It does look like that one.
This is the same black Jeep that
Yes!
officers saw on cameras parked right outside Colin's home.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You got a bike as well.
W streamer.
Expensive
W
one.
streamer, chat. W streamer, bro.
Hey, so,
Day 3.
Do you know Anna? Mo. And then Mo. Yeah. Everybody calls her Mo. Last name is Wilson. Rider. She's a gravel rider. Yes, I do. Okay. So, there's really no reason to say this. So, apparently, last night she passed away. How did? Yeah. She right now it's an open investigation, but it is being investigated as a
Bro doesn't know how to act. Is
Right now, the cops know he was the last person to see her alive. They've discovered a vehicle in his driveway that matches the one captured on security cameras, and it even has a bicycle rack attached to the rear end. Colin Strickland has just become their #1 suspect, but he doesn't realize this yet, as officers continue to question him.
His girlfriend is a murderer. That's what the video says.
Chad, no way.
Okay.
Can't be him.
What? Do you happen to have her mom's address by any chance? I know that she lives in Vermont. I have an address for her brother, but we're just trying to send someone to her mom's address instead of us actually calling her over the phone. Well, didn't know. I don't have an address for her mother. Okay. We went to the Eddie yesterday. Yeah. He afternoon, and then we heard her. And I dropped her at her the apartment she's been staying at. Yeah. Great after about 6:30. Yeah.
The cop intentionally avoided telling Colin how Mariah died, as they do with any suspect in a murder case. But they notice his body language is concerning, as he is barely able to look them in the eyes. This could either be because of pure shock, as the two had spent the previous day together, or in the worst case scenario, he's afraid to look them in the eyes because he had something to do with the murder. So to uncover these secrets, police started looking into Colin's life and his history with Mariah. This is when they discovered Caitlin Armstrong, Colin's girlfriend who separated from him in October 2021, but then got back together a month later in November. However, during their breakup period, he had a month-long romantic affair with Mariah and remained in contact with her
Love triangle.
after he resumed his
Love triangle.
He didn't want to cheat. He broke up with her. You know what I'm saying? Got busy and they got back.
relationship with Caitlin. Immediately, officers begin suspecting that
W.
Caitlin could be
Rizla.
one of the major suspects in this investigation. These suspicions were further confirmed when they ran the plates of the black Jeep and found that it didn't belong to Colin, but it was actually owned by Caitlin. Considering that Colin was good friends with Mariah and Caitlin hated this made her a suspect in this investigation. So to get to the bottom of this, officers bring in Colin 2 days after the murder in order to achieve two objectives with one interview. The first would be able to see whether Colin has a solid alibi that he can present to the officers. After all, whether he did it or not, Colin was the last person to see Mariah alive. And the second is to gather information that can be used against other suspects, like Caitlin.
And you said it around like 6:30 to. I don't think that's accurate because we must have left Wolberger at about 7:45 or even later, probably maybe more like 8. Yeah, just as it was getting dark. Okay. Because we went straight to her place and it wasn't dark yet, but it was. I got you. It was cooling off and it was like Austin evening. I remember that. Okay. Well, what about whenever y'all were at the bar? Was there anybody that was like watching y'all, or I was acting weird with Mo, or Mo didn't know she doesn't live here, so no, not at all. Yeah, nobody. Anybody that like tried to hit on her at the bar or anything, or no? Okay. No, not that I saw. Nor that she mentioned. I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, to be honest, at the bar.
The cops are looking for more than just details of what he and Mariah did that day. They're going to try and figure out why exactly the black vehicle from the murder scene was conveniently parked at Colin's home.
Time out. Do you think that she parked that there to frame him? But I feel like her steps ain't really thought out. But like, you think that's what's going on?
There was the
But-
other car, because you said that you drive a motorcycle and then you drove.
But the car came, then the shots happened, and then the car left. That makes sense. Or unless the car came to do something else and then. But he would have just said it, that it was him last night. He went and he saw her killing.
The Mercedes.
Sure, Mercedes.
Up here. I guess the other one is.
Jeep is hers. My girlfriend Caitlin.
Okay, so that belongs to her. Okay. All right. So you got back around like 7:30.
I don't know exactly when that was. I think I texted Caitlin as I was leaving, just saying, "Hey, are you still out getting food?" Yeah, more like 8:30 is when I dropped her off at her house.
Okay.
Like just before dark. So I texted Caitlin as I was like after I left.
Okay.
Oh man, you want to see Kate? Here's the timeline. Here you go.
And that was whenever you.
It says 8:36. I think she was in a yoga class. She showed up in yoga clothes.
So you're getting back home. She's not home. What time was it that she got home?
Short right after I texted her, probably.
This is crazy, Chad. This is crazy.
Here, so that's 9:21.
Okay. Like where has she been? Like that whole.
She had actually a laser hair removal appointment. She said at 7 p.m. downtown. And then after that, I'm not
Really
exactly
good
sure. She had texted me asking if
visuals.
I wanted to meet up, and I
I like
didn't
it.
reply.
Red in
and
color,
then
marker.
I didn't see her or hear from her until I was back at home.
And did she say anything like whenever she got home of like where she been?
No, but she was in her like a yoga outfit, carrying a yoga mat.
Although Colin had heard from Caitlin the night of the murder, he couldn't give her a solid alibi and didn't even know exactly where she did her yoga classes. He also managed to avoid mentioning his romantic affair with Mariah, but he'll soon be left with no choice but to tell the cops everything.
So how long had you and Caitlin been dating?
About a year and a half, maybe 2 years actually.
Okay. And then how long was it that y'all had broken up whenever you and Mo got together?
Not very long, actually.
While you were dating Mo, Caitlin was still living with you?
She was moving out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she had another
Okay,
house.
here's the thing though, chat. At this moment right now, he knows either I'm going to jail or his girlfriend going to jail. Somebody going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's what y'all not factoring that in. Like that nigga knows. Because if one of them going to jail, because the car that was being used, right? So it's like, damn, police is zoning in. Somebody about to go to jail. You know, or prison. So unless somebody stole their car, shot that person, and came back and dropped off their car, which is crazy to do. He knows in the back of his head, damn, somebody about to go to jail. It's about to be me or my girlfriend.
I was with a sister in town, and yeah,
Your
it was
view?
definitely very.
Your view? Yeah, chap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chap?
I was about to say that would probably
W
be pretty-
background.
She gonna be alright, she tough or his
It
tough.
was. It was kind of almost like something I felt like to force the situation, which is stupid, but.
So why was it that you had to change the name from Mo in your phone?
Just because because in the past Caitlin has looked at my phone, and I just didn't want to surface.
Basically, that would always start fights.
Exactly.
Basically, nobody else can have you.
Yeah. You know.
So he gets kind of jealous.
Whoa, he got an alibi trying to put his girl on. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing the blame on his girl. Hold on.
It's understandable. I mean,
It wasn't exactly unique to Mo or anything.
yeah, I got you.
After listening to Colin, officers achieved what they set out to do. First, they cleared Colin, who had texts and times to back up his alibi. Secondly, they managed to gather information about Caitlin, whose entire story is shady. That means that out of the 3 suspects that officers have, Colin, Cash, and Caitlin, only Caitlin's movements are entirely unaccounted for.
It's heavy.
This is why cops were now more suspicious of her than ever, but had no
So
irrefutable
Colin is
evidence
clear.
to arrest Caitlin. At least, not until the cops searched the police database and hit the jackpot. Caitlin Armstrong had a warrant on her head for a minor infraction. It was all they needed to bring her in.
Oh my God, that's the worst, bro. That not in this specific incident, by the way, But I'm saying that's the like you did something and you get picked up because of a traffic stop, chat. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta come in anyway, but we got you now. Oh, that's the worst, bro. That's the worst, fam.
And then use it as an excuse to question her about Mariah.
All right, so I'm Detective Connor, and so my partner is actually talking to Colin right now. So I wanted to come in here and start chatting with you and everything, so you don't have to wait super long. So it sounds like you may have some information, may have witnessed something, so I just wanted to chat with you about some stuff. But you're here for a warrant right now, I guess. Are you familiar with what you have going on with that?
No idea.
Okay, so I guess it was like a theft of service warrant. Then...
Come on, buddy. Keep the... But where were like...
Kind of minor. Nothing. Okay. So that's why you're here. You've got a theft of service warrant. That's why you got picked up today and everything. So I was just letting you know on that part.
Kevin!
Observe how the detective maintains an almost nonchalant demeanor, despite the gravity of the situation.
No, but it's heavy. If you ever been through the system, you know. You in a room for like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't had a warrant before? You know what I'm saying? Come on, just sit down, whatever. Done. Why I'm in that room? I'm in that room for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So you got it. Something going on, chat. Something going on.
This is deliberately done to create a sense of security for Caitlin, ensuring she remains unaware that she is under any suspicion by the police. Despite this, Caitlin appears noticeably tense and uneasy.
Now she know.
Has to be alright. That's what the video says.
But I'm not crazy warrants. I've had like normal warrants, like forgetting to pay a ticket. Like it becomes a warrant at the
time is,
you know what I'm saying? Like it just does.
PM.
It's a bench warrant, I think. It's quick shit. But everybody knows it's something quick though. Like, whatever, if you get put up, you get locked up, whatever, boom, boom, and then you go home. Like the next day, I think it is, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But with her, they don't put you in a room, is what I'm trying to say. So why would you be, you know what I'm saying? If you go into a room, you know something is up. Why the f do y'all want to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
Purpose? I can look. I'm not sure what it is at this point, but I can look that up later and get you a little bit more information on that for sure. But because you are here and because you were under arrest for that portion of it, we always have to read Miranda and stuff because I want to talk to you about some other stuff that's unrelated to that.
The officer has ignored Caitlin's questions about her warrant because she is more focused on digging up information about Mariah's murder, a tactic that becomes dangerous as Caitlin begins to raise concerns about her legal counsel.
If I have an existing warrant
why I'm in the room?
And you don't know what it's about,
why I'm in the room?
An attorney here.
So the warrant is just a Class B, just theft of service type thing. The reason I'm here is because your name came up during a conversation with Colin.
It's heavy.
I think there's a lot more information that you have that can kind of explain some of the stuff he's saying. But to be able to do that, I have to read you your rights, just so that you know and you're protected and things like that, okay?
Okay, and so if you're reading me my rights, then I should
That's because of the warrant, because you're under arrest for the warrant. So you're technically in custody because of that warrant. So they're two separate things. Does that make sense?
I think so, but I have never heard.
Even though they have Caitlin exactly where they want her, one tiny mistake is about to allow someone cops suspect to be a killer to walk away scot-free.
Well, good news. So that's what they were just knocking on the door is apparently that warrant, the date of birth was wrong. So it had your name, but the date of birth is wrong. So it's to a different person. So that's not, you're not under arrest, okay?
Okay.
She can leave. Am I free to go?
No, it's a little crazy.
Although the cop tries to make a joke of the situation, Caitlin now knows that she can leave whenever she wishes.
Free to go?
After all, cops have no legal ground to hold her any longer. This is why it's down to this cop to try and convince her that talking is the right thing to do.
But I would really like to talk to you and clear some stuff up because Colin did bring your name up, and I think there's...
She throwing Colin under that bus.
A lot more information that you have that can kind of clear some stuff up.
Oh, man.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I feel like I should have an attorney present.
So that's totally your choice. So at this point, you are free to leave at any point. So this is consensual at this point because you're not under arrest. Okay?
Here we go.
To make matters worse, Caitlin has just requested an attorney. Legally, the detective is now bound to cease any and all questioning related to Mariah's murder. But she's about to thread a very dangerous line.
She pushing it.
Breaking the law in order to get any information out of Caitlin.
I would love to leave. Caleb just arrested me in front of my house, in front of all of my neighbors, and carried me in here in handcuffs in front of downtown Austin. It was incredibly
Yeah, and I'm so sorry. I don't have control over that part, okay?
Yeah, I'm not upset with you.
So there's a situation that's going on. Did you hear about what's happened over the past 24 hours?
Colin walked in the house and said one of the women in the second community passed away.
Yes. Yeah.
See, but now she's talking. She don't even got to talk. She over here just talking.
While Colin was talking to us, your name came up. And so that's where I would really like to talk to you, because it sounds like there were some issues between you and this girl. And I think that there's probably a lot more to it that you could help explain.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what you mean or what information you like.
So it sounds like maybe he went out with this girl the other day, and maybe it sounds like from what he's saying that you were
it's
upset about
heavy.
it.
Chat, y'all are saying just open the door and leave. You gotta understand, not everybody's built like you. Okay? I'm getting up, you getting up. You know what I'm saying? Do first and then ask for forgiveness later. But she probably never been in a situation that, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, I think she's probably waiting for the police to say, all right, you can go now. You know what I'm saying? But the cop is never gonna do that. They trying to get that information, chat.
And so that's why I kind of wanted to get your side of it, because that's not fair if he's just saying one thing and trying to go down a route. And I want to make sure that's not the case.
That is not accurate.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to chat with you, because he's a guy.
Beta switch.
Stuff. And so we want to make sure that we get both sides of the story and everything and clear it up. So what were you doing yesterday?
I would like to leave, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. But understand, if you do, then we only have one side of the story to go on. And from what we're hearing from Colin, you know, it's one side, and
Well, I just am uncertain as to even what you mean or what he could have said, because I didn't have any idea that he saw or went out with this girl.
Okay,
Recently.
Has he been, like, talking to her on the side?
I don't actually know.
It's Now, this video is heavy. Chat, can we all agree this video was heavy? Can we all agree as a collective, as the truth? Can we just say this is heavy? This is really heavy. Like, what is going on right now? This is crazy.
And I would like
This is crazy.
At this point, getting Caitlin to talk willingly seems like a lost cause. She knows she can walk out of the station and nobody can stop her. So the detective decides to drop their bombshell evidence in the hope she might crack.
And your vehicle was seen next to her house, and we needed to talk about that, okay? Because when he's saying this stuff and then your vehicle is seen, like, I want to be able to explain, okay, there's a logical explanation for this. Maybe you were upset and you were just in the area or something. Like, I don't know, because I don't have your story. When I can't explain that, and all I see is that your vehicle
getting
is
heavy.
over there,
She getting heavy.
not too good, right? Okay? And then when we're talking to Colin and we're hearing, like, yeah, there was some jealousy stuff going on, like, that doesn't sound very good. And so that's why I really want to get your side of the story, because maybe there's a lot more going on.
I would like to leave if I'm free to leave.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there was nothing that officers could do to stop Caitlin from walking out. At this point, they were incredibly suspicious of her, as her behavior throughout the interrogation meant that she was hiding something. But if officers couldn't find out what this was from Caitlin, they'd do it from the one person who knew her best, Colin Strickland, who was called in a second time for an interview in hopes of uncovering more information about Caitlin. However, there is one problem. This time, Colin brought his lawyer with him, and questioning him is about to become exponentially harder.
Oh shit.
How was
Oh shit.
during that time?
Objection.
My understanding, she wasn't too happy whenever she saw Mo.
Why is the chat?
We were after Mo was in Austin for a week, and Mo and I had broken up with Caitlin before Mo came to town, and then
I actually did not know that she was coming to Austin in October. I had no idea. We hadn't discussed that, and I don't think so. It felt like a surprise, and then she was here, and I just said, "Oh, let's hang out." So I was mentally ready to kind of move on, and I know after Mo left town after a week, Caitlin's things were still in my house. We were sleeping in separate rooms, and effectively, you know, Caitlin was on Bumble. I know she had made several dates with people. I don't know. I never asked like what extent they were evolving a relationship, but I know that she had several men that she was dating of sorts, and I was fine with it. I mean, that was kind of the understanding, of course. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it just seems very weird to me that there would be any dwelling on fixating on a person when she was like moving on to other relationships, at that time.
From what Colin says, the two clearly had a troubled relationship, especially considering the facts that both Colin and Caitlin rebounded while on break. This is why officers need to dig deeper into what Caitlin acted.
Oh,
what the is this?
Instagram story.
Caitlin Armstrong Instagram story.
Here we go.
Shut.
Here we
Never
go.
say y'all, by the way.
Ah, shit. Here we go
She got a shell
again.
catcher though, Jack. I'm saying, but not a good picture for the jury.
She got the bleak.
Like both
she got
during
that
and after this time to determine if she showed obsessive traits in her personality.
It's just kind of going back to, me just trying to figure out.
It's a shell catcher because it's a revolver. It doesn't drop shell.
She a shooter.
Personality and stuff. I mean, if you were to ask me about like, hey, how was your wife? Well, yeah, I'm going to tell you, yeah, she's always happy. But does she get mad? Yes, everybody gets mad. That's natural. I'm not going to blow that out of proportion. Do I think that my wife could go and kill somebody? No. There's no way in the world. Do I think my wife would hit somebody? No. Now, if you ask me that about my 6-year-old son, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he wouldn't punch somebody at all.
I think Caitlin would hit somebody. No, I honestly don't, because it would be too. I don't know. Do I think Caitlin could kill somebody? No, I don't.
If Caitlin had been planning to murder Mariah, Colin...
There's a chance that they might be in on it together because they kind of covering... I mean, I don't know. Let's see.
Was about to make it clear he suspected nothing all along.
I said, I think y'all need to stop talking to each other. You need to separate yourselves from each other while the fact-finding is going on. I just don't think it would be helpful.
Of course.
And so I don't think there's been very much. There's definitely not been any being together.
Since she left, and I left Friday midday, eventually to get a new SIM card for my phone, which I assumed was okay.
Yeah.
Had the same number.
You're allowed to have a
Yes, right. Yes. And then saw Claire. Since then, I haven't spoken with Caitlin or seen her, and so the two detectives came by my house yesterday, looked at that, asking if she was there, if I had seen where she was, and my father had contacted her yesterday morning. He had gotten in touch with her. I gave him the number that Caitlin had given our mutual attorney.
Has she ever mentioned in the past of wanting to hurt Mo?
No, she's never mentioned wanting to physically hurt.
Okay. Do you think that she is capable?
If I thought she was physically capable of hurting another human, I would have extricated myself immediately from that situation. Not so much for my own personal safety, but my concern for another human.
So what's that answer?
The answer is no.
Okay.
I don't believe in any way she's capable of that.
I'm not
the gun range that she visited with her sister. Do you know where that gun range is?
I think it was South I-35. I told them to go to the red.
What the did this girl go training before catching a body, chat?
True. Because there was one video I watched where she was... It's another case, but it was a person trying to run a car through a wall, and they found out a footage 3 months ago of her practicing that every day to run through the wall, and then she did it, and that was like to kill someone. And I feel like, yeah, this is true.
And did she buy $44,000 worth of ammo?
Yeah, she went to the gun range. She did the shooting. She saw where to shoot at the head.
$44,000 worth of ammo.
She practiced the
Is it
headshots.
US? It's real 44,000 US.
And then she came back.
It is USD. Look.
And she spent
44,000
is crazy. How rich are you?
Nah, what? Bro, it's like a rich
girl.
A rich ass, like the bike was 18,000. How much is the bike?
14,000.
They spent 44,000 on ammo.
Damn.
What is this?
Now something else, which was the one I drove past on my way to school for 12 years.
Her aim was on point for real.
That's not her at the gun range ammo?
Because a mutual friend.
Oh, okay.
You bought the guns,
Got
right?
money.
Yes.
When was that?
I think December.
Rich mafia heist.
There's a receipt with them. I'm sure you could look at the receipt.
In an ironic twist, Colin had bought Caitlin a gun for self-defense, but after police conducted a firearm examination, it just so happened that the bullets it used were the same caliber that were found near Mariah's body.
Of course.
So far, the cops had evidence of Caitlin's car at the scene, they knew about her obsessive behavior, and they...
So nice to see you. Would love to see you again. Hello, you there. Why aren't you replying?
knew she owned the same model of gun that was used to kill Mariah. But while they searched for her whereabouts,
The same model? Wait, hold on.
investigation
Talking about same model, the same caliber. You know like, what we talking?
continued to uncover crucial and damning evidence that not only heavily suggested Caitlin was responsible for Mariah's death, but also cleared Colin of any wrongdoing. The cops gathered all cell phone data and compared it to the surveillance footage, allowing them to map the movements of Mariah, Colin, and Caitlin on the night of May 11th, 2022. Colin and Mariah were at Pool Burger after their swim and were there around 7 p.m. When they left, they headed to Maple Avenue, but didn't realize that Caitlin was stalking them and was driving in the same direction. Caitlin thought that turning off her cell phone would cover her tracks, but the surveillance footage caught her, and what it shows is a black Jeep eerily similar to Caitlin's closing in on the house where Mariah was killed. As Colin dropped Mariah off at the Maple Avenue address, both were completely unaware that Caitlin was secretly stalking them only yards away. The same
Nah, bro. Hold on.
Of any wrongdoing. The cops gathered all cell phone data and compared it to the surveillance footage, allowing them to map the movements of Mariah, Colin, and Caitlin on the night of May 11th, 2022. Colin and Mariah were at Pool Burger after their swim and were there around 7 p.m. When they left, they headed to Maple Avenue, but didn't realize that Caitlin was stalking them and was driving in the same direction. Caitlin thought that turning off her cell phone would cover her tracks, but the...
Think about that. You're supposed to leave yourself in that home. You're supposed to leave yourself in that home in GTA. You know what I'm saying?
Surveillance footage caught her, and what it shows is a black Jeep eerily similar to Caitlin's closing in on the house where Mariah was killed. As Colin dropped Mariah off at the Maple Avenue,
and then she turned it off, so it looks even crazier, right? Like, wow.
Address. Both were completely unaware that Caitlin was secretly stalking them only yards away. The same black Jeep had driven down the back alley of Maple Avenue and was slowly heading toward Mariah's address. Moments after Colin left, a neighbor's doorbell camera captured audio of Mariah screaming for her life before she was murdered. Colin's cell phone placed him driving away from the area before Mariah's death and cleared him as a suspect. This meant that the only person who could have killed Mariah was Caitlin. All that was left to do was arrest her. But when officers went to find...
this is still like a conspiracy, bro. Like, I don't know, bro.
They discovered a massive problem. Just hours before they solved the murder, Caitlin had left the country under a fraudulent passport, which was originally her sister's. Caitlin likely did this to avoid using her own passport in case officers were keeping tabs on her, but the fraudulent passport gave her enough time to escape. After getting a search warrant for her Jeep...
Wait. This bitch is tagged. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Arrest her. But when officers went to find her, they discovered a massive problem. Just hours before they solved the murder, Caitlin had left the country under a fraudulent passport, which was originally her sister's. Caitlin likely did this to avoid using her own passport in case officers were keeping
It's a real passport. What makes it fraudulent is that she isn't the person on the passport.
tabs on her, but the fraudulent passport gave her enough time to escape. After getting a search warrant for her Gmail records, officers found a flight ticket that was
heavy.
Booked for a one-way flight to
Oh man, heavy.
Costa Rica. Even
oh man, heavy.
Oh, they caught her at the airport?
CCTV footage obtained from Austin Bergstrom International Airport in Austin showed her boarding into the plane. An initial investigation
heavy.
So she left?
Into her records showed that she had booked a hostel in Santa Teresa Beach while working as a yoga instructor. So, to lure her out, an officer sent a message out on social media asking for a yoga teacher in the local area.
Oh.
Soon, Caitlin took the bait and replied to the ad and agreed to meet up.
Oh my god! What the fuck? No! You
But in the
stupid
month that
idiot!
she'd been on the run, she'd taken some extreme measures in order to conceal her identity.
You idiot.
Caitlin had undergone several surgical operations
Holy shit, bro! This
Yo.
shit is crazy.
alter
Yo,
her
she
appearance,
tried to change
but
her
there was
face.
no fooling the arresting officer, who recognized Caitlin from her eyes. She was arrested and flown back to the United States, where she was.
But she is a dumbass, though, bro.
Why would you do that? Why would
You gotta, yo, fam, you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? Cash. Cash is king, chat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She did a bad thing, though, but cash is king.
Money
You know what I'm
really
saying?
made her escape,
and,
but
and catching that big, first of all, you're supposed to catch one of the flights, but not even a flight. I'm catching the Chinese bus. No, I'm getting on a bus, bro. I gotta get out the state. Once I'm out the state, bro, it's easier. It's easier now. You know what I'm saying? You can keep working your way out, keep working your way out. It's easier to cross into Mexico than it is to cross into the United States from Mexico. Let me say that one more time. It's easier to cross into Mexico than it is to cross into the U.S. from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through there, and then I'm going to keep working my way down. You feel me? Like, what the like, she did bad, bro.
Charged with attempted murder. However, that wasn't the end of it, because in October 2023, Caitlin tried to escape again by taking advantage of a doctor's appointment outside of jail. She can be seen here fleeing from the cops after she jumped from a bathroom window.
Yo,
this time, she was caught almost instantly. If the
thinks it's
several
GTA.
attempts to escape justice and falsifying of documents weren't enough to convince a jury Caitlin was guilty, then the surveillance footage and the testimony of Colin Strickland, and most importantly, the ballistic analysis that matched the gun to the shell.
Yeah, I think this is what she's cooked, because I think this means, for the way they're saying it, this is, if it's matched to the exact gun, she's baked chicken.
Casings found at the scene of the crime certainly were enough to convince them. Consequently, a year and a half later, on November 16th, 2023, Caitlin was found guilty of first-degree murder, and she was sentenced to 90 years in prison for the cold-blooded
you are
murder
dead.
of Mariah Wilson.
You're dead. You die at this point.
Wow.
90 years?
I said, wow.
90 years is crazy.
Bro, she did a bad thing. We're not gonna co-sign that, but
true.
I will say this though.
For life.
Now that was crazy. She was just making bad moves, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The move was kind of
and when
cool,
it comes
but
to love triangle,
it
like,
was the
I definitely-
fucking
when you
ad.
react off emotion, you know what I'm saying? It's harder for you to pull certain things, you know, pull off certain things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she definitely got caught up because she just made too many dumbass mistakes. She didn't know what the she was doing, bro. Breeze, what up, boy? She didn't know what the she was doing, chat. No. And in 90, somebody said G Pilot just said the 90 probably included a fake passport. Facts. Bro, the government's gonna charge you for everything. I had to go get you? Hold on. I had to go get you over there? Yo, throw on 10 years for that. Use your sister's passport? Another 10 for that.
Is it true?
And those are added on. Boom. It's like when you hop in the chase, like a high-speed chase, if you get caught, bro, in GTA, of course, they hit you with everything that you just did. Every red light you ate, every yield, every near miss. Near miss is not plus 120 points. That's plus 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, word, they gonna hit you with everything, bro. So, yes, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's follow the law and shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's pay our taxes. Fuck taxes, but yeah, let's pay our taxes. Word.
Man, you had that much money. What was the point of killing? Like, at this point, just take your money and enjoy your days. Even you don't need someone if you have money. That yoga ad really threw her off. Seriously? That yoga ad really made you, like, you really had to reply to that yoga ad? Okay. I mean, it's good that she got caught, otherwise, you know, we might get another murder soon, but I'm just saying that it was like, you know, the audience is on the edge of the seat when you're watching a movie and you're like, yep, she's got it, she's got it, she's got it, and then you're like, ah, shit, man. It was like those moments where we were like edge of the seat, like she was escaping and everything, and then she fucking replies to this ad, and we're like, ah, here we go. Anyways, that was a good video, man. That was a fun video from Phantom, and this was perfect. See you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. You never know who will be next, but I'm not trying to say it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, please be aware of your surroundings and people around you. So make good friends, and if you even fight with someone, just don't fight. You don't want to end up like this, so just forgive and just keep on. Create a good positive community, become friends. It's better. Please, if you have revenges, stop it. It really can get worse. Okay. That's it. See you guys. Adios.